Welcome to the 5G podcast.
We're glad you're here.
We hope you enjoy our conversation about God, guns, games, goals, and gastronomy.
Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's episode. Tarrifs?
Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
Question mark? Like, we're talking about tariffs?
I just kind of wanted to get your take on the whole what did he call it? The Liberation Day, which is the stupidest.
It's like so funny. Liberation Day.
Honestly, it sounds like something from Helldivers.
Yeah, it does legitimately sound like Helldivers propaganda.
We're liberating this planet. It is Liberation Day for the system.
Liberation in the name of democracy. We're gonna, yeah.
What do they call it? They call it kinetic democracy.
I don't know, actually. Yeah.
I saw someone online. I think call it kinetic democracy.
Nice, because
bullets.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
But what are your thoughts? We're not a political podcast, so we're not going to give maybe our yay Trump or bad Trump or whatever. Yeah.
I again, I think we come back to this often. My opinion, because I'm just a chill guy. This doesn't really affect me. I don't think it hasn't affected me yet. I think it's kind of interesting because it is. Like, so many other countries have taken advantage of the U.S. for so long that finally we have a president who is running the country like a business.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, let's stop getting taken advantage of. That's the whole point of the reciprocal tariffs. He's just tariffing countries at least half as much as they're tariffing us.
Yeah.
That seems fine to me. Well, I got a lot of people up in arms, so maybe I don't understand everything about it, but it seems like, yeah, they've been taking advantage of us for a long time. Like, the only reason the Canada dairy industry is afloat is because they have like a 50% tariff on us. Otherwise, the American dairy industry would just take over, and Canada would have no dairy industry. So, because
I'm like super split on them because of a few reasons.
Mm-hmm.
One, I've seen a bunch of stuff that's come out on both the conservative and the liberal side debunking the numbers that they used.
Oh, yeah.
And
I have heard some of that too.
And like both sides are saying it, so I'm like relatively inclined to believe it, not as just like a left talking point or a right talking point, right? It's like both of them are like, yeah, those numbers are a little bit skewed or a little bit wrong. So it's like, okay, whatever.
My defense of that is like, it's an Excel spreadsheet. Some random intern made it. Who cares if the number wasn't exactly precise? Like, it was an estimate. I don't have it.
So like, there's that, right?
Yeah.
And then there was like, internally, like my own thoughts are like, I'm. There's two wolves inside every.
The libertarian.
Well, but
or
like
the anarchist.
Well, there's the free market, Stephen.
Yeah.
Right. Which is like, well, we should let the free market prevail.
Sure.
And like lowering prices for everyone is a good thing.
Yeah.
Because you've kind of screwed us over with inflation, the government, right? Not like necessarily this government or just government in general. Since the inception of the Federal Reserve has screwed us over with inflation, right? Yeah. It's not just like, oh, Biden bad, Trump good because of inflation. No, it's the government itself for the past 150 years has screwed us over with inflation. There's Stephen's soapbox.
Sure.
But so there's like, free market good because we can decrease prices while, maybe increasing productivity and revenue for regular citizens, right?
Yeah.
But then the other side of me is like, someone needs to do something about the retardedness in like how government is run and how they collect taxes. Yeah. Because they just rape the citizens. Mm-hmm. And then none of the citizens get anything.
Yeah, you don't get any return, yeah. Very little return.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely ridiculous, the amount of... So, like, if these tariffs are able to reduce my taxes...
Exactly, yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, well, you're going to pay those taxes anyway because prices are going to increase, and you're the one who... It's like, yes, I understand this. 100%. I understand that it's going to increase the price of goods from other countries. That's fine. Because guess what? I don't have to buy those things from other countries.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a consumer. I buy what I want. Like,
and I personally, I think a consumption tax is the best way to tax.
Yeah.
Because it also happens to be the most egalitarian way to tax.
Yeah, it is.
Because the rich are going to pay more because they're buying fancier things.
They're buying more.
Like, guess what? If you buy a Casio $10 watch from Walmart and it's a 10% tax, okay, you paid it $11, right?
Yeah.
If you have a 10% tax
you gotta buy
on
the
a
Rolex.
$100,000 watch,
Yeah.
or a $60,000 watch, or a $70,000, like
significantly more
than $1 in tax.
And
right.
Random side note: if you just like raise income taxes or property taxes, rich people just leave.
Yeah. So, well, and also the government with an income tax is never able to capture more than 17% of GDP.
Yeah.
They've never been able
before,
to.
Yeah.
No matter what they do with the taxes, they
for income tax
GDP. It's the government will only ever capture 17% of GDP
because there's only like so much of the population that's.
I don't know how the equation behind that, right? Yeah. How it equalizes itself out.
Finance nerds,
but it's like there's a graph, and literally you can. It has 2 lines on it, and one is tax rate. It actually has 3 lines. One is tax rate, and one is it's 2 lines. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
One is tax rate, and the other line is a percent of GDP.
Okay, yeah. So if you like super high taxes or super low income taxes, it doesn't.
That GDP line is literally just like a little like slight wave, and it's like it goes from 17.2% to 16.9% to 17.7%. It's like right around 17% or something.
It's not how the government can make more money.
No.
Yeah, to fund things. So
no, raising taxes, they'll only ever gather 17% of GDP.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
Which it sucks for them.
Right.
But the best way to do it is to raise the GDP.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And if we're able to, raise GDP by producing more things here and
selling them to other countries,
or even just selling it to ourselves,
or to anyone.
A
side effect I saw of this is like if some of these tariffs like clear and we can export more to other countries, is like American products and American technologies can get to like third world countries a lot cheaper.
That's true.
I hadn't heard much people talking about that. I'm like, that seems pretty good. Like,
yeah.
How often did you see just like washing machines in Africa, Stephen?
Well, they were all Chinese, first of all.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So, and once in a while.
Yeah. Once in a while. That's about what I saw in South America. Like, I don't know if I ever saw any in a house, but I did see an appliance store one time. I was like, oh, dang, some washing machines. Like,
I don't know if I ever saw anyone with one in their house.
Yeah. Oh no, some really like old fashioned ones I did see. It's just it's basically just a barrel that spins.
That's what a washing machine still is.
I know, yeah.
It either spins this way or this way.
It wasn't even enclosed. I'm like, you're just gonna get your dust and your dirt. Oh, all right, that's just a fact. All right, you just get dust and dirt everywhere.
Anyway, yeah.
I
never saw a dishwasher.
No, yeah, dishwasher. No chance.
I got home. This is a funny story. I got home from my mission. The first day, I went to go do the dishes for my mom, and I literally washed all of them by hand before she came in. She's like, "Why did you wash all of them by hand?" And I was like, "Oh,
what is that?
Box? Huh?
Huh?
I'm retarded."
How about that?
So I literally
have the technology.
I literally washed all of the dishes by hand.
Yeah, like big things too, like just
everything, all the pots, the pans, everything. I just washed them by hand. And I like stacked them on like the drying rack, I was starting to dry them, and my mom was like, "What are you doing?"
I'm doing the dishes.
Doing the dishes. She's like, "I appreciate it, but like, just throw them in the dishwasher." And I was like,
"You see, we have this robot slave that does this for us. Welcome to the first world."
And I was just like, "Oh, so we do."
Yes.
Huh.
Wow, that saves a lot of time. How convenient.
And like, I don't remember. I just like was so mind blown by it for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I haven't thought about a dishwasher in 2 years.
Yeah. Thank you for watching this week's episode of the 5G Podcast.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to see more.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks.